These are pictures of litter in California. It's no secret that as the state has grown, so has our litter crisis. In a 2023 article in the LA Times by columnist Pat Morrison, he poses a good question. Litter is out of control. Are you a part of the problem? A question that I now pose to you. My name is Gavin Amperano, and since 2020, I've been leading community-led initiatives to pick up our streets and keep them clean. In that same article by Pat Morrison, he estimates that 4.5 pounds of trash are generated per day by the average American. That average totals out to 268 million tons of trash generated per year. That trash inevitably, at least some of it, ends up becoming litter. Since 1988, 82.20% of all litter can be contributed to just 10 items. Those 10 items are cigarettes and cigarette filters, food wrappers and containers, caps and lids, bags, both paper and plastic, cups and utensils, straws and stirrers, bottles of both varieties, beverage cans such as aluminum cans, sodas, and beers, and construction material. The unfortunate truth about these top 10 items is that they only occur in urban areas where there is dense populations, meaning that where there are people, where there are a lot of people, there will be a lot of litter. 82.20% to be exact. This litter is not only harmful and an eyesore to look at, but this litter is also harmful to the soil, to our economy, and to our sea creatures. In the United States, we spend about $11.5 billion per year on litter pickup alone. That estimate is from 2009. In a more recent one from 2025, the California Coastal Commission, who leads the charge in picking up litter in our communities, estimates that the California communities spend roughly $428 million per year on litter cleanup alone. Owen Mulhern from Earth.org says that sea turtles, dolphins, sharks, and sea lions are most at risk from the litter that is dumped into the oceans. Not only is this litter costing us real money, a lot of money, and harming the animals, but it also harms the soil. In a study done by Arancha Prajapati and peers in a journal called Soil and Sediment Contaminants, Prajapati highlights the fact that where there are microplastics present in the soil, there are heavy metals. Those heavy metals and microplastics are not only harmful to the organisms that inhabit the soil, but can be harmful to us if we were to ingest them. Since California is a big state and will continue getting bigger, we need intervention. Lucky for us, there are already several programs and preventative measures that we can take as a community to keep litter in check. First things first, the local and state governments put a ban on plastic bags. I'm sure you all know. Of course, there are exemptions to this, but this initiative to ban plastic bags and charging a fee for it has driven down plastic bags to where it is no longer in the top 10 highest litter items in the country. It went from a staggering 8.7% of all litter to just 1.6% in 2025, according to the California Coastal Commission. The next thing that we can do is come together as a community and make sure that we are leaving self-driven initiatives to pick up litter. It is important to follow the CDC guidelines when doing so, and the California Coastal Commission actually has a treasure hunt that incentivizes our community to go out and hunt for litter. In that hunt for litter, there are secret items placed among it that, if found, can lead to rewards. If you are not joining an organized group already, like the California Coastal Commission, it is important to get the CleanSwell app, where you can also document and put in data about the types of litter that you picked up around the community. For the past few minutes, you've heard me talk about the economic cost of litter, the fact that it is an eyesore, We've learned that the issue only gets worse as time goes on. But we do know that there are programs and prevention in place, and the most important prevention that we can take is simply throwing away our trash and putting it in the proper receptacle. If you are not able to reach a trash can immediately with your trash, it is important to hold on to it until you have access to a trash receptacle. Hopefully now, with all this newfound information, you take it, and instead of walking past that gum wrapper on the floor, you instead choose to pick it up and take it as a call to action for a cleaner, brighter future.